first and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
Back to pass, it's Childs. Touchdown, Michigan State. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll send the back in motion. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Gets it out fast. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now. And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
To the air, it's Carr. Makes the grab, it's Washington. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback on the keeper. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. The running back makes the catch, but he's out of bounds. Officials signaling incomplete. 4th down coming up. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. They'll leave it with him. Gets it past the marker. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Looking downfield, it's Childs. It's complete on the right side. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
The Spartans with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
Got a man. It's Williams. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Oh, it's picked off. Takes it the other way. The tag. Touchdown, Smarty. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick 6s? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick 6, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He'll go to the sneak.
No gain on the play. Number 11 in punt formation to kick it away.
They kick it away on 4th down. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll give it to the back.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, you saw him.
And the Spartans can really attack on this second and short. Dropping back, it's Childs. Pulls it in, it's Marsh. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
This offense is clicking, everything working together really well. Coordinator, quarterback, offensive line, good rhythm, good flow. Defense is going to have to find something to kind of mess up this timing they got going on.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Back to pass. He'll throw it. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Spartans will try to pick it up on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Under fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Fires to the big fella. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down. Wants to throw on third down. Gets it out quickly. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. He's looking to throw. Sets up the screen. Moves moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's first down at the 27. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Williams. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's Carr. Quick strike complete. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Here's the pressure. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
And the point after is good. They marched 56 yards to the end zone, and they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
And the Spartans moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw. It's Childs. Finds his man. It's Marsh. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
Timeout, Michigan State.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback making checks. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And talk about a good, competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these 2 programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good, competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Notre Dame will kick it off to start the second half. Bringing it back. And the returner will be brought down. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
And they can't convert on third down. The Spartans line up to punt it away. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. He'll call for the fair catch here. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. From the gun, the ground game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Middle linebackers, they're middle linebackers because they're right in the middle of the defense. You put guys that have a nose for the football because they literally line up over the football every single time. They play the run well, and look at this. How about this? Rushing the quarterback, getting him on the ground, getting the big sack.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He's got it. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A little screen to the running back. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
He didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Spartans headed quickly to the line. Looking for a man. It's Childs. Gets it to the back. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Spartans looking to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the eye.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It is perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Both of these defenses a little bend, but not breaking in clutch situations, Dan.
It's always exciting when you can go for it on 4th down and you know your defense will make a stand. They held them to a field goal, Jesse. It's a pretty good job by that defense.
It is. So if I'm this coaching staff, don't deviate from the game plan here. Go back to doing what you want to do and get established in this game.
I think a lot of times when offenses run these counters, you're going to fake one way, right? Pull guys the other direction. If you can get some penetration really quickly, get behind those pullers, you got a chance to get in the backfield just like right there and create a TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Childs. Unloads to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Catch in the middle, it's Boyd. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Pass to Sticks, and he may get more. And the Spartans get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Spartans are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Getting deep in the third quarter here. Clock stopped with 1.5 minutes to go. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Childs. He's going to throw deep right side. Grabs it inside the 15. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full, because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this team.
Oh, the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They are pinned deep in their own territory. They'll snap it from their own 4 to start the drive. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line. Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, Dave."
Nah, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
To the air, it's Childs. Makes the catch. It's Soto.
And that's why this running back's a big weapon here, right? Because not only can he run the ball, but he can catch it too. Even running flat routes when you know the ball's going to be in the air a long way, he can adjust to it and make something good happen after the catch.
There he goes. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Good enough for a first down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the 3rd. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. They go back touchdown in the final period of this one. To the air on first down. Trying to set up the screen. Hard running there. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Back to pass on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Boyd. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Second down, he'll throw it. Wide out trying to get it in. He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the direct snap, it's Childs. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. That is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Well, that's one the kicker would love to have back. Trailing by 3 here in the fourth quarter, just didn't hit it as flush as he would have liked.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Gives it on the option. Breaks into the open. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Makes a pass to Marker. That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
From the red zone, looking for a space. Looking to get it in. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
This offense has gone haywire on these last 2 plays in the red zone. Can they set things right on third and goal?
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Coming out with it, it's Soto. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's knocked out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 25.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to pass. It's Childs. Using the quick game. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws.
It's at this point of the game where you've got to have great pass protection if you're going to come back and win. You're only down one possession here. You need to give this guy time. They just weren't able to do it on that last one. That's why it's incomplete.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to throw it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boyd. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the catch. It's Marsh. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. On fourth down, looking for the completion. That's caught. It's Marsh. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. Here come the Irish back on offense. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Back to pass, it's Carr. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he found all kinds of room and got...